All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick for today. I'm very excited to be with you, and I have to first apologize for I missed my day yesterday. Got so involved in some work that I was doing here, and then a lot of other things piled up, and just didn't happen. So I missed, but today we got a great word. And I'm hoping that everyone will be able to do this because that word today is forgiveness. And I think, one of the biggest things, and we'll talk about this after we read the description, but being able to forgive ourselves. So today I'm forgiving myself for missing yesterday, and we're just going to move forward because it's a new beginning. So let's read the description first, and it goes like this. Forgiveness is overlooking mistakes and letting go of resentments. Forgiveness frees us from the needless pain of reliving a hurt over and over. Forgiveness doesn't mean make a wrong choice right. It brings the generosity of spirit to release it. Forgiveness can heal even the most grievous offense. It brings a blessed opportunity for a clean start. Accepting divine forgiveness transforms our hopeless guilt into resolve. Self-forgiveness moves us forward, ready to do things differently with compassion for ourselves and faith that we can change. Forgiveness opens the door of hope. Okay, so we all need forgiveness, don't we? I mean, probably on a daily basis, if you're talking about me. We make mistakes. We say things we wish we didn't say. We take actions that later we think may have been better if we had done differently. But in the end, I think for me, what I'm learning and getting better at doing is recognizing that each moment that we live is a new moment for us to start a different path, to do a different thing, to think a different thought, to act a different way, to speak different words. And when we look at things, I don't know, when I look at this from that point of view, that each moment is a new moment, and I don't have to stay in that same thought. I don't have to stay with that same belief. I don't have to stay in that place of anger or jealousy or, whatever the emotion is. I can make a choice to do something different. And in so doing, what I'm doing is I'm releasing that stuff that didn't make me feel so good, and I'm accepting the fact that I'm going to move forward. I'm accepting that I can do things differently. I'm accepting that I can move into a better place. And that's what compassion is all about. It's about that action of moving forward, the compassion of recognizing that we can do things differently, and it is our choice. And so that gives us hope for the future, doesn't it? At least it does for me. So, overlooking the mistakes, our own mistakes, is a good place to start, because what I've found is that many times people who are the most critical of others are also the most critical of themselves. And they find themselves looking for perfection for themselves. They find themselves looking for them to do things in a way that maybe they're lagging right now in the skill set to do, or they're lagging in some other form. But when we recognize that each moment is a new moment that we can start over again, it gives us a great satisfaction in knowing that and being able to do that. Forgiveness of others, of course, is another thing, because when it's like that. There's an old saying about. And I don't remember it now, but many times the things that we don't forgive other people, they've moved on, and we're the only one that's still suffering, right? I don't remember the saying, so that's that. But so we want to be careful and understand that forgiveness isn't saying that what they did was right, or what they did was best, or what they said didn't hurt. that's not what it's saying at all. It's saying, I'm moving forward. I'm going to move forward from this place to another place. I am not going to allow this to be the driver of all the rest of my thoughts for my life, right? And so our thoughts become our beliefs, and the more we allow those thoughts to keep building and building and building, if we stay on them and we only focus on those things that have hurt us, we're just really inviting more of that into our life because we just won't get rid of it. So forgiveness is about getting rid of those things and recognizing that each moment is a time that we have for restarting. It's a time to make things anew. I believe that's how tick tick oh goodness gracious, Thai, the Buddhist master says, right? He says, that each moment is a moment to start anew. What am I going to do different this time? So, and then recognizing, I think, the third part of forgiveness. So we have forgiveness of ourselves, forgiveness of others, but I think the third part of that is understanding that our source of life, our inner being, our true selves, does not put guilt on us, but it's very forgiving, it's loving, it appreciates us, it recognizes that that we are that we're awesome, right? And that's the place that it comes from. It comes from that place of love and that place of joyfulness and that place of happiness. And when we're in opposition to that is when we feel the worst. So forgiveness first comes from within. It comes from us, and it is for others. And when we forgive, we really do feel a much better happiness and joyfulness about life. And so, how do we help our children learn to do that? I think it's a really important thing because, if our children grow up in with the feeling that everyone is against them and they don't see the opportunity that they have in each moment of time to make a different choice, if they can only see the things that they've done that were not great choices for them in the past, it's really a punishment and a guilting and a blaming of them and shaming eventually of them that it would be great for them to grow out of. And so the way we speak to our kids, the way that we are fully accepting of them, that we're loving them unconditionally, and that we don't kind of switch back and forth because that's very confusing to a child, right? It's very confusing for them to see this loving parent and then see this one that's constantly blaming. See this loving and caring and kind and forgiving parent, and then seeing the one that is guilting them or blaming them for not being good enough. That's a very strong contrast and not one that our kids can easily deal with in their mind. And so for us, first off, it is to show them that each moment is a new moment. It's a time for a clean start, a fresh start. It's a time for us to work together now to move forward from whatever it was that the child has done that didn't live up to the values and the virtues that you have clarified in your life with them as a family. Boy, that tied the 4C's in nicely, didn't it? And so let's be forgiving of ourselves, recognizing that our inner being has forgiven us already and has moved forward to being happy, and then forgiving others so that we don't hold that spirit of pain inside ourselves. All right, everybody, I'm sorry I was late today. I'm sorry I missed yesterday completely, but until next time, keep practicing the 4 C's of successful families. And that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community, and all of the virtues. All right, until next time. Bye.